so much for being here this Monday. Sorry, my voice is a little raspy from shouting on Saturday. Just watching sports. Not even a sports fan, not really. Anyway, just pardon this. I wanted to talk about, I think it was a year ago, about this time, I spoke on a previous video about dressing down when in public. You know, not bringing attention to yourself because crime rate is up, and I will include some clips. But I thought this was quite interesting. This was off the Zero Hedge. It says, Oakland police, that's up in the Bay Area, advise residents to appear as poor as possible. Here we go. August 11, 2025. Oakland police advise residents to appear as poor as possible. Residents of Oakland, California are being urged by police to pursue degrees in psychology in order to ward off violent attackers. The real victims are the people who, because of their dire circumstances, have been pushed to violate the law, said a spokesman for the Mobile Assistant Community Responder of Oakland. And we believe we can better serve this community and more of those being attacked. Know how to provide professional psychiatric help at the scene of a crime. Police urge residents of crime-stricken areas to use air horns to try to scare off attackers and alert their neighbors to a crime occurring. But last year, Oakland residents voted to outlaw air horns after it caused psychological distress to the attackers. Grasp that. It's causing stress to the attackers? Okay. Instead of those being attacked should start to sympathize with the attackers. With the attacker in order to gain the rapport. For beginners, it's best to start by telling an attacker that you appreciate how frustrated they must be, or even to offer them some food or hot tea. Anyone with more advanced training and experience in psychology, however, could start by asking the attacker about his or her childhood, and then encourage attackers to explore traumatic events from their lives that may have triggered their criminal behavior. Now, I have no problem in advancing, you know, your degrees and education. I did that last year. All right. However, I don't think that people, when they're fearing for their life, you know, and it's a flight or fight type scenario, that we're going to want to have, you know, a one-on-one childhood, living up to, you know, childhood traumas and stuff. I'm sorry, I look horrible, guys. But I wanted to not make a video, even though I feel like crap. So I can't imagine people in San Francisco telling other people that. Like, where do we draw the line, right? Okay, yes, everybody's stress level is up. How could it not be? You know, here in California, I reported, you know, $5,000-$6,000 typical of a mortgage payment, all right? So $7,000, $8,000 property tax. It's not uncommon. All I can say, people, is please be aware of your surroundings at all times, because it's dangerous out there. And this article saying, you know, oh, just have a chit chat, you know, telling people to, when you go out, to look as poor as possible. Like, don't bring attention to yourself. Don't be wearing a lot of, you know, jewelry, expensive jewelry. Some of the costume jewelry also can look, you know, like it's valuable, and you could get killed or hurt over some fake jewelry. So I know it's terrible. Why do we have to live this way, right? I completely understand. But at the same time, we're not in a normal world right now. I was watching pinball just a little bit. I didn't get to finish it, but he was talking on his channel how people are stressed out. Divorces are literally on the sky rise. Once again, they were on the rise in 2020 during the scamdemic. Now, because of inflation and added stress and burden of financial responsibilities, people are literally, pardon my French, but they're losing their shit. And, you know, and that's very sad, because you think that the person that you married should be your best friend, you know, your life partner, somebody that, you know, you can talk to and just basically be on the same page. You got to marry your best friend. I personally, I didn't, you know, and I've developed and I've grown. But, you know, a lot of people, oh, they go for looks. But, okay, we're all adults here. You go for looks, all right? Well, looks are fleeting, right? As we all get older, things start happening, you know? Take care of yourself best you can, but that's inevitable, all right? Working out, great way to maintain muscle mass, eating proper and healthy. And speaking of eating proper and healthy, I'm literally going to start, I started today, I'm back doing 90-10. So it's 90% fruit, raw food, vegetables, 10% cooked. So that's one meal cooked at the evening because I've got to detox, I've got to cleanse. Since I left being plant-based, I've put on extra weight because I've been eating a lot of sugar. Like last summer especially, I was eating Ghirardelli chocolates, and then I was eating Haagen-Dazs ice cream, and I know better. But sometimes we all just reach that you know, I lost my father, you know, and I moved to a different area. I'm from, you know, Pasadena, California, and it's a completely different environment up there, and all my friends are up there, and, you know, and so I went through a bit of a funk, and I can admit it, you know, and that's the thing, to admit it and get back on track. So I'm taking initial steps, right? But, you know, owning up to responsibilities and owning up to your mistakes, and that's what I think is not happening in a lot of marriages today. You know, you've got one person that's all in, and you got the other one that's just kind of missing. They're there, but not really. So in relationships, it takes 100% on both sides, not 50-50. It's 100 all in. And that goes for all aspects. It goes for, you know, emotional availability, because you can be in a relationship with somebody, but emotionally they're not available. And, you know, anyway, just back to the topic because I digress. But like I said, I was watching Pinball, and he was talking about stress, divorces, all this stuff, because it's true. The average American is now spending an extra $800, okay, $800 under Bidenomics. That's a lot of money for a lot of people. All right, so I'm going to end it because talking makes my throat hurt worse. So I'm just going to end it, everybody. I wish you a great day, rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Seriously, keep your head on the swivel. And until my next video, and I will be making a Patreon. Just hopefully I can talk tomorrow, and I will make a Patreon video. All right, everyone, take care and God bless.
A flash mob of thieves hit a Los Angeles Nordstrom store over the weekend, stealing up to $100,000 worth of merchandise. Fox News' Jonathan Hunt is in Los Angeles with more details. Jonathan.
Charles, this latest incident of luxury larceny happened just after 4 p.m. Saturday, broad daylight, at a high-end store at a high-end mall about 30 miles northwest of downtown LA. Police say up to 50 people were involved in the wild robbery that was clearly organized and planned. The mob, most of them dressed all in black, burst into the Nordstrom store at the Topanga Mall and set about grabbing expensive clothes and bags. In all, police believe the thieves took off with goods worth up to $100,000. It's just the latest in a spate of flash mob style smash and grabs in the LA area. An Yves Saint Laurent store at the Americana Mall in Glendale was hit on August 8th with about $300,000 worth of merchandise taken. And on August 1st, a Gucci store was targeted at the Westfield Century City Mall, right next to Beverly Hills.
Into that one.
What has occurred is unacceptable, and those that are committing these crimes will be held accountable.
That's the LA County District Attorney George Gascon promising justice, but while the LAPD is continuing its investigation, officers have not as yet made a single arrest that we're aware of. Charles?